Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 5, and today we're taking a look at the 1970 GMC Jimmy. Now this was part of the first generation Chevrolet K5 Blazer, which is what this car was most well known as, that was sold between 1969 and 1972, with this Jimmy being introduced in 1970, and the name itself lasted until 1991 when it was replaced by the Yukon. And yeah, this has a solid front axle with leaf springs front and rear, has drum brakes all round and a low range gearbox, as well as a 3-speed automatic. And yeah, this was primarily made to compete against the International Scout and the Ford Bronco, and I have to say that I'm really rather impressed by this, because yeah, I think it wipes the floor with both of those cars in a lot of ways. Now unfortunately we can't look at the actual engine under this under the car's bonnet. I'm not sure why, it might be a glitch or something, but yeah, a little bit of a shame. But it does have 300 horsepower and 335 pounds-feet of torque from a 5.7 litre or 350 cubic inch V8 engine, and the car itself weighs 4,007 pounds. Now it does weigh more than both the International Scout and the Ford Bronco, but despite that, yeah, this is no doubt a far more impressive vehicle in terms of performance. And yeah, it's quite basic inside. As you can see, there's not really much in terms of amenities in here, but you still have aircon, you still have a radio, and yeah, you've still got a comfortable looking interior, especially those seats. And yeah, you've also got plenty of room in the back for the passengers, but you've also got a huge amount of room for the boot space as well, and it looks like those rear seats might fall down as well. So yeah, plenty of room in terms of interior space. But at the end of the day, it's still quite a short wheelbase SUV, and yeah, but it's still got plenty of off-road capability. As you can see, this is certainly on higher suspension than the Ford Bronco and the International Scout, while it has fairly looking chunky tyres as well. But yeah, to get the full range of this car's abilities, we're going to have to go outside. So yeah, like I said in the Porsche Taycan review, I will be taking normal road cars onto the drag strip and the track, but off-road vehicles will take out onto normal off-road circuit, roads or back roads or whatever. So yeah, let's get out there and see what it can do. Right, so here we are at an off-road part of this map. So let's see what the vehicle can do now with the high ground clearance, big chunky tyres, the all-wheel drive, and in real life the low-range gearbox. It's no surprise that this can, deal with anything that you throw at it, really. And yeah, it deals with everything here really rather nicely. It's also got really rather decent acceleration for the kind of car that this is. 0 to 60 in 6.382 seconds, 0 to 100 in 18.982 seconds, and it'll go into a top speed of 122 miles an hour. Now you don't really want to be doing any more than that, because it does quite roll around a lot. It's got a lot of suspension travel, it's got a lot of body roll, and yeah, that means that it's not the particularly most safer vehicles in terms of handling, and with those drum brakes all around, you're not going to really be stopping very quickly either. Yeah, it's easily got one of the worst braking distances on this game, although the International Scout 800A apparently has even worse braking than this, despite weighing a lot less. And yeah, this also wipes the floor with the Bronco and the Scout in terms of performance, as the Scout can only do 0 to 60 in 15.269 seconds, so you're talking about 9 seconds slower than this. 0 to 134.778 seconds, so way slower to 100, and it can only do 116 miles an hour, so 6 miles an hour slower than this. And yeah, the Bronco isn't much better. The Scout, by the way, has 107 horsepower less than this, and the Bronco has 95 horsepower less than this. And as a result, the Bronco can only do 0 to 60 in 8.5080 seconds, so it's a lot quicker than the Scout, but still far slower than this. And it can only do 0 to 128.180 seconds, 120 seconds even, sorry, with a top speed of 119 miles an hour. So yeah, this wipes the floor with both of those, like I said, in terms of acceleration and performance, and yeah, also in terms of off-road capability, because yeah, those two cars are quite low down in comparison to this, and yeah, don't quite have the kind of chunky tyres that this does either. So yeah, as either a workhorse or an everyday kind of vehicle, then this is pretty damn good. And yeah, I'm really glad to put it in the game. Now this is one of the 14 barn finds in this game, so you can't buy this in the auto show, which is fine. Some cars have to you know, be a bit rarer than others, but yeah, I'm still, regardless of the fact that it's not in the base game, really glad it is in the game anyway, because yeah, we don't have that many classic American trucks in these games. We've, for the longest time, only had the Willis MBG and the Bronco and the Scout, so yeah, I'm really glad we have another car to add to that roster, especially as one as good as this and one as fun as this to drive, because yes, it's not the fastest accelerating car out there, but then again, it doesn't need to be, because it's more than capable of being fun just in these off-road conditions. So yeah, I really do like it, and yeah, even though it's considered a small truck, as you can see, compared to the ones that we just passed, it's hardly a small truck in comparison to modern vehicles. So yeah, get out there and find this if you haven't already in the barn finds. I'm pretty sure I've put up one of the barn find that this is part of already. But yeah, regardless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.